here to introduce Gary Peterson, Marty Phillips, and Bob Zorich is Hall of Fame legend Greg Armstrong.
Good evening. I've heard teleprompters don't always work, so I bought a backup just in case. So, first question is, wow, where do you start talking about three true legends of the energy industry? I've had the great good fortune of being introduced to these three gentlemen 37 years ago, shortly after NCAP was formed and shortly after I moved to Houston. A good friend, Bobby Shackles, introduced me to Gary and NCAP. And Gary stated in that conversation that he and his partners were good, smart people with access to capital, and that NCAP and Plains should be doing deals together. Nearly 40 years later, I can say that they underrepresented themselves. They are great people, and we have done many, many deals together. NCAP helped us build Plains through multiple energy cycles, and on one very notable occasion, helped us save our company. Looking back today, I realized that I won the lottery in 1988. The winning ticket had two prizes. The first was the business relationship between NCAP and Plains, which has been an outstanding and mutually beneficial financial success. The second was the personal relationship with Marty, Bob, and Gary, which has been even more rewarding. As the video highlighted, Marty, Bob, and Gary have very different personalities as well as diverse skills, preferences, and perspectives. They also have several common traits. Each is hardworking, focused, intense, and very relationship-driven. Blend all those differences and similarities together, and then combine them with excellence, and very importantly, to always do the right thing for their investors, investees, and you have all the essential elements necessary to build NCAP into the energy financial powerhouse it is today. A powerhouse, I might add, responsible for injecting over $50 billion into the U.S. energy industry and helping make the United States the dominant energy leader in the world today. Truly. But the most important common trait they have is the fact that each of them has a huge heart, and each is very generous with their personal time and resources, attributes that are essential to be considered a Texas legend. Without further delay, it's my extreme honor to welcome Marty Phillips, Bob Zorich, and Gary Peterson into the Texas Business Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much, Greg. Well, good evening. My name is Bob Zorich, and with a last name starting with Z, not often in my life have I gone first. But tonight, I guess, is the night. I cannot express enough what an honor and privilege it is to be part of this evening's celebration. And after listening to the other four inductees, I'm even more humbled. On behalf of myself and my partners, I really want to thank Greg Armstrong, our 40-year friend, for all those kind words and your willingness to say all those nice things about us. You've been a great friend, and we've enjoyed the 40-year journey with you. We'd also like to thank the organizers of the Texas Business Hall of Fame for all the hard work that went into tonight, making tonight special for us and relatively easy to be an inductee. We want to thank you also, as Rich said, for making entrepreneurship the beneficiary of your organization and making the evening about more than just past achievement. We want to congratulate the other inductees tonight and let you know how humbled and honored we are to be included alongside each of you. Those are all amazing stories and amazing people. More specifically to NCAP, we want to thank all our current and past employees who helped us build the company over the last 37 years. If you're here tonight, hopefully you feel proud of the honor the company is receiving tonight, as it would not have happened without your contributions to this effort. I'd like to single out Doug Swanson and Jason DeLorenzo, who is really our succession plan, took over the management of our company about 5 years ago and have navigated those 5 difficult years to emerge still a top performer of all the energy private equity companies out there, and they have a very bright future in front of them. Thanks and congratulations to you both. The leaders of our other 2 platforms, Midstream and Transition, are also here tonight. So I'd like to recognize and thank Billy Lemons, Bill Waldrop, and Jim Hughes for all they have done to help us grow a successful energy platform to include those 2 areas of separate focus. On a more personal note, I want to thank the real reason for my personal success, Barb, my wife of 53 years. Without her support and encouragement and unconditional love, I would not be standing here tonight. You have been an incredible life partner for me, and I've enjoyed every year of it. I want to thank my 3 kids, their spouses, my granddaughter Reese, the only grandchild out of 8 who's old enough to be here tonight, and my sister and her 2 boys, Matt and Scott, for being here tonight to help support me. So beyond remaining God-centered personally, building a family that cares about one another is my #1 priority in life. And success with family makes all the work achievements pale in comparison. Finally, thanks to my partners, Gary, Marty, and David Miller in Dallas for putting up with all my shortcomings over the years. Much like a marriage, there's been a lot of forgiveness, compromise, and perseverance that have allowed us to be on this stage together tonight. I've never considered NCAP to be work, but rather it's been a joyful process of getting our skills sharpened by working together. So thanks to you guys for being true blessings to my life. Now let me turn it over to Marty.
Good evening. Get organized here. Well, thank you. What a night, and what a privilege just to be a part of it. Thank you, Greg, for an incredibly kind introduction. And Bob, as always, your comments are right on point. Thank you. I would clarify, though, just because Bob's last name starts with a Z does not mean he's ever last in line. I think anyone that knows him here, he's the most competitive guy on the planet. Just rest assured. Anyway, thank you again. It's been an incredible night, or a series of 2 days, really, where we've gotten to interact with the scholarship recipients and a number of the beneficiaries of the foundation. It's just, it's been very meaningful. But I'm humble and grateful to be really just among this group that. You've seen it, has achieved so much and given so much back to the communities that we live in, and really just making our world a better place. So what an honor and what a humbling event to just be a part of. Well, fortunately for you, I don't have the time to talk about the long and winding road that led from South Baton Rouge to this podium. Yeah, all I can tell you is that this journey has been so improbable that many would consider it miraculous. And I think it is miraculous, honestly, in the sense that God allowed my life to intersect with so many people that altered my path, and it made, whatever success that I've had possible. I don't have time, unfortunately, tonight to recognize everybody who contributed to that, because there are many, and many are in this room. But I do have to recognize a few. First and foremost, I want to recognize and thank my wife, Leanne. She's been my partner now for 40 years. Well, it'll be 40 years in January, so we're almost there. But she's always loved unconditionally, supported me at every turn, given us really the freedom to try, to fail, to explore, to make mistakes, and to enjoy the ride. I'll also say she's very good at reminding you to be humble when things happen to go right. I also want to recognize my children, Connor and Callie, with their Hannah, Connor's wife, and Zach, Callie's fiance. But Connor and Callie, y'all gave me the best job in the world, just being your dad. Thank you. I don't want to be repetitive, but I've got to echo some of Bob's comments. I'm extremely grateful to all the NCAP partners, our co-workers, associates, our industry partners like Greg, our investors, our friends, many of whom are here tonight. Success does not happen without all of you, and I'm very, very grateful for your friendship and support. Finally, and importantly, I want to say thank you to my partners, Gary and Bob and David Miller, who was recognized last year. There are other people who have built $50 billion companies, but there are very few four-man partnerships that survive and thrive for 37 years. I'm particularly grateful in that I was the last one added to this team back in the late 80s. Why they reached out to me and asked me to be a part of this great adventure will honestly always be a mystery. But I will tell you what I thought I knew to be true coming into our partnership was confirmed over and over during our 37-year history. And that reality is I became a part of a team that had just a unique blend of intelligence, creativity, energy, humor, tenacity, and at the forefront, integrity. I'll assure you we had serious disagreements over the course of time, but never issues around integrity, character, or really ultimately wanting what's best for NCAP, our investors, and our employees. So Gary and Bob and David and Dallas, what a privilege to work alongside of all of you. I'll be forever grateful for this journey together. Thank you again to the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Truly an honor to be on the stage tonight with my partners. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to my partner of 37 years and my good friend for 45 years, Gary Peterson.
Well, thank you. Tonight I'm full of gratitude. I want to thank my family for being here tonight, my life partner Elizabeth, my special twins Myra and Margot, boy-girl twins, my older kids Chris and his wife Ashley, and Casey and his wife Gabby. They made Casey and Gabby came here from South Carolina. I also like to thank my sister Sally Lair, who came here tonight to be with us, and her husband Mark. And then there are a lot of other people that came here tonight to join us. Michael Berry, the famous radio talk show host, is here tonight. We've got Laura Ward of Children's Charity. I do a lot of things with her, and we give back to the children quite a bit. And of course, we have Patrick Fertitta here. He owns a few restaurants himself. So I've got a lot of friends in this room. I'm very, very grateful. And thank you to my partners for Bob Zorich, Marty Phillips, David Miller. I feel the same way you do. We're lifelong friends. It's been a great ride. I'd like to also welcome some people here tonight, and I'm going to name a few people. Joe Foran of Matador Petroleum. He's sitting here at my table. He and I have been friends a long time. Cody Campbell and John Sellers are here from Double Eagle. Gray Lisby of XCL, Tim Nine of Verdun here, Chris O'Sullivan, and Mark Gabrish of Paloma, Greg Armstrong and Willie Chang of Plains All-American, and finally Frank Suru of Momentum. These are all guys, this is your night. The guys I just mentioned, this is your night because without you guys, we can't be up here and taking all the credit. So The fact that we've invested money with you guys and done deals with you, we're able to get an honor such as the one we have to now. I've also been very blessed to make enough money to be a minority owner of the Houston Astros and Houston Texans. It's been a lot of fun, but I'm a true Texas Tech nut, having grown up in Lubbock and Amarillo. I've been heavily involved with Cody Campbell and John Sellers in NIL, so we're trying to get a good football team, and looks like we're finally getting there. And so that's been a lot of fun. And then we have tonight Kirby Holcutt, Texas Tech athletic director, sitting at our table making sure that money keeps flowing. So we're having a lot of fun with that, but it's pretty fun. I'd like to thank Rob Kaplan and Darren Peschel. I don't think Rob's here tonight, but Darren is, for putting me on the board of the Federal Reserve Bank and also making me chairman of the Federal Reserve Energy Advisory Council. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot on that. And then finally, I want to thank NCAP's investors. We've got 300 investors from all over the world. We've traveled to Asia, Europe, Middle East, all 50 U.S. states. We have so many great investors that are all over the country. We're very, very humble, and we appreciate our investors as well as our portfolio companies. And finally, I want to mention this to you too, that one of the things I think we're really proud of, and Bob said this too, is that we created what I think is the best succession plan ever made. It was so seamless that it's been amazing, but Jason Del Lorenzo and Doug Swanson here tonight are now running the firm, and they have done a great job. And so they, with two other partners, Kyle Kafka and Brad Thielman, as the rest of the NCAP staff, you're just doing a terrific job, and we're very, very pleased and humbled by all that. As you can see from the video, we all remain very humble, and part of our success and culture is to give back. We're Christians, and we have committed to giving back to the community, to include many faith-based charities, children's charities, addiction recovery, as well as health care of all types. So love all you guys. Thank you. And on behalf of Marty, Bob, David, and myself, thank you for this great honor. Appreciate it.